Hello guys and welcome back to Hunter Ascended. This is our sevtech series, episode 10. I'm hoping you guys are enjoying it so far. So we're kind of just picking up where we left off. I've not done too much. I did a few hours before, like gathering some materials that were needed. I've not been well the past couple of days, to be honest with you guys, so I didn't do too much. Just had a problem with my ear in that. Went to the doctor, got it sorted. So yeah, just trying to pick up where we left off. So I've done a bit of organisation back at the base, and as I said last time, we're going to be going into Astral Sorcery. Okay, the first thing we need is the constellation paper. Okay, but I was trying to show you guys one of the most important things we're going to need for Astral Sorcery, which is the rock crystals. So I found some more rock crystals. This time I made sure that they were here before the episode. Alright, so this is what we're dealing with. So what happens is when you break the actual ore, it can split up. It's just kind of like a lapis ore thingy. So the problem is, and I say problem is, each one holds a separate one, like space in your inventory. They don't stack. The reason for that is rock crystals are randomly generated when they actually appear. If we hold shift, each rock crystal has size, purity, and cutting. Okay, now they vary in size. I believe these are just normal rock crystals, so they can only go up to a maximum of size 400. Okay, purity obviously can go up to 100, and cutting you can actually increase, and we'll show you how to kind of do that later on. The only reason cutting's even necessary is you can make tools, if you look here on the right, out of the crystals, and obviously the higher like cutting the gems are on the sword, the more damage it does, things like that. Later on we're going to be using this aspect quite well, simply because the highest size and purity of the crystal, when you make certain items, it increases starlight, and starlight is essentially like the electricity for this mod. Like, it has to be done. You've got to find different ways. Like, if you look here, this is a lens. You can make lenses and to focus starlight and other things that we have to do to increase, because we use starlight to craft in the actual luminous crafting table. So it's a very big thing, and I'll show you how we kind of go about increasing that as we do go on. Alright. One thing I just wanted to do, actually, we need to just do this. Okay, there we go. Apologies, guys. We'll go back now. I just want to be able to keep track of the time, so we'll just kind of take a couple of minutes off that now. Had a little issue beforehand with the start of it, so I had to just redo the start, guys. Sorry about that. But it seems like we're all up and running now, which is good. It's very good. So yeah, there's going to be quite a lot of these. We're going to take quite a few, because you can also use these to acquire starlight liquid and stuff, which we're going to be doing at the beginning of this slot. I'm hoping there's going to be a decent amount here. I like to say we are going to use a lot of this, so I don't have to come back down here this episode, so we'll just chuck all that in there. Also, like, it's random chance as well, so I would advise, if you get a really high purity on a gem, try not to use it for the purposes we're going to be using for, and I'll show you later on what, like, we're looking for. Like, you know, you can kind of just zoom over, like, got 89% purity there. It's not too bad. You know, you can get, like, in the high 90s, and there is a way later on how to actually increase the purity and basically grow better crystals, essentially. But it's just a bit tedious and tricky, so it's something that we'll be doing later on. Okay, so now we've got a load of rock crystals. Right, we're just going to go up. Oh, Mr. Creeper, stay away. Yeah, it was a bit tricky to get down here. We just have to kind of make our way back up. Apologise if it's a bit dark. And freedom! So it wasn't too far from the base, it was literally just here. And I think there are a few others. I've already marked a few bits and bobs on the map for us for later on. So yeah, you know, last episode I showed you the Tinker's Construct, how to kind of set up your smeltery and, like, you know, make better equipment basically, so we could get the stuff we needed done. The only thing I have done in between is I did a bit more organisation, gathered some more resources. I went to the Beneath again to get more aquamarine crystals, because we need them. So yeah, over here now, obviously things are a bit more organised. We've got separate chests, so we've got one for tools, we've got one for random stuff. Abyssal craft, which we've got to fill in with the between lands. So we went back, got a few more bits from the loot and that we could. And here we've got Astral Sorcery. So for now, we're literally just gonna chuck all of them in there like so. Okay, press 1. Get the rest of these. I'm hoping my voice kind of lasts. It's going a bit funny with the medication I'm on. I don't know what's going on. Got steroids. And by steroids, I mean antibiotic steroids. Don't think I'm taking that yet. Anyhow, let's move on, shall we? So yeah, literally all I've been doing is to kind of just grinding away a little tiny bit. I've made this area a bit better for us, more fit to purpose. We've got ourselves a few things and bits and bobs that we need to get doing. Smelting stuff and kind of finished off this sort of thing. Over here we've got like unprocessed stuff ready to be used and that. So the first thing we need to get doing is making a constellation paper, and that's going to be combined with with the abyssal craft. So if you look here, we've got to do the necromantic ritual. I can't pronounce the word, leave me alone, alright? But we're going to do that anyway. Okay, we're going to make a ritual. You've seen how we do these rituals before. We need the book, but we also need to make sure we've got 500p. Alright, and we've had our book on the platform over there gaining thingies in preparation for this. So we're going to need constellation paper, and it's got to be a blank one, and as we actually get more and more bits of constellation paper, we will discover different constellations. Okay, kind of makes sense, I'm hoping. One thing we are going to need quickly is we need to place this on here. So what we're going to do is we'll just place this right here for now. Okay. Because we're going to need some parchment paper. Now, you've seen how we made parchment paper last time, with all that stuff and squishing it in that. However, now we've got this, we can actually, very simply, look, you could do that to make one there now. Or, if we craft it in the luminous crafting table, we can get ourselves quite a bit more. Alright? One thing, to be able to interact with the luminous crafting table, you need a resonating wand. Okay? Oh no, it means we need an ender pearl. Do we have an enderman? Have we killed one yet? People. We need to quickly kill an enderman. We do have the hunting dimension. We can potentially try that. 100% whether it'd work. Let's have a quick... Oh, look, enderman. Right, so we need him to drop us what we need, essentially. Okay? We're going to have to hope and pray that he does drop us what we need. Okay? No, Mr. Skeleton. No. I said no. They don't listen. Just whatever they want. It became entitled, people. It became entitled. So we're going to try our best to... Oh, come on. I don't want to spend too long on this part of it, though. The thing is, if we go into the other dimension, it's much stronger. Which can be an issue. New faster. Can't do that. Oh, that's an enderman. We're going to miss the enderman right here. Really? Okay. So we need to mess this up. There we go, we got what we need. Get rid of him. Okay? Thankfully that didn't take too long. I was a bit worried then. I completely spaced people. I forgot that we needed to oh, it's raining. Just heard an enderman pop somewhere. I don't know, they tend to fake out when water comes down, don't they? So, what we can do with this? Damn you, bring we'll deal with all that later. Let's get inside where it's safe. And I didn't want to sleep because we need more time. If we're quick, we can get this done. So if you look at this, what we can do with the ender dust is you melt it down in the smelter. Okay. If we click usage on that, we can then put it in a pan cast, okay, to get an ender pearl. And I believe how do we get the pan cast? Did I check? Make a pan? No, that seems silly. Let's have a look quickly. Pan. Stone pan. How we make it? You know, tell us. No, no. I'm assuming it's just going to be to do with this down here. Let's go make it. We'll get it sorted, people. Don't worry about it. So, 2 gold to make the cast. Okay. Let's get that cooking. And then I am assuming it's going to have something to do with this. Look, yeah, pan. There we go. So there's our pan. Okay. And we're going to put that in there. Get our stone one. So it's just like making it for everything else. We're going to place it down. This gold will be done in a second. And while that's doing, we'll put our ender in there, okay? So, it wasn't too difficult to, get sorted out, so we'll just do that. There we go. And here's the resonating wand. So, we're going to need ourselves some marble and 2 aquamarines with this ender pearl. Okay? Nothing too crazy. This is going to turn into 1, I believe. So it's just 1 for 1. So it's an extra step, really, in acquiring ender pearls that they like, to add just to be a pain. Now, this does normally say it needs 3 material, so if you're a bit confused of why it's not stick that way, luckily it doesn't, okay? So we can just grab this like so, okay? It's no big deal. I might be bored about this stuff, just get it. We are trying to do things, okay? So for the resonating wand, it says we need 2 marble and 2 aquamarine. Grab our 2 marble, and we've got plenty of crystal of the aquamarines here. Alright, so I believe it's just this. I don't know if we have to turn the marble. There we go, resonating wand. Now we can actually right click on the luminous crafting table and interact with it. So, as I said, we're going to require parchment paper. The reason we're doing this at night is obviously it's starlight powered, so at night time that's when it's got more power. There are ways to get it functioning in daytime, but for the most recipes you need, it will be done at night, okay? Just in case you wonder. So we're hoping to do a few of these. I have made a load of paper today, so we should have a decent amount. I mean, what was the ratio? I think 4 paper to 1. So this will give us 20 parchment paper, okay? Which I feel like is plenty for now. Okay. So what we're gonna do, alright, is right here we've got a crafting table. Now at the moment it's got a lot of starlight, okay? So what you do is you put in your recipe, okay, in this case it's like this. And this guy too. What's all the spice? Oh my gosh. Okay. We won't worry about it. There's the creeper there too. We're gonna take him out. We're not trusting him again. Okay, whatever. You didn't want to die, people. You didn't want to die. So, once you've got your crafting recipe, it kind of to show you where it's now. It's coming daytime, so we need to do this quick. So, if you've got the required light, okay, it will do a bit of a thing. So I feel like that would have done, yeah. Okay. I believe certain time at night and stuff like that also impact on your starlight, but this seems quite an okay place. I mean, it's night time, it's the first level, so it's not too great. It's not too bad. It let us create our parchment paper, okay? And as you can see, the starlight goes down the closer it gets to day and other things like that. Yeah, I think it's starting to, look, the sun's rising. So as the sun rises, we're going to lose starlight. And there are things we can do to increase starlight in the daytime, which is what we will be doing. So we can still do small crafting recipes in the day. One trick with the starlight, especially when it comes to bigger recipes, is you can actually, the higher you build your crafting table in the station, the more starlight it has. And if you didn't know any other way, or you're already in that hilly side, it's probably going to be better for you. In this case, we know how to make little, monument sort of things to be able to increase the starlight that we need at night. So we're not going to worry about it too much, okay? We've got a creeper up here. I don't know what he's doing. Are you going to come down? Yeah. Oh, what's up? You can't blow up here. We will have to put some of them over there too, so we don't, have it blowing up on us. Okay, people? So, That's an easier way, as you can see, for us to make our parchment paper now. Alright. So, the constellation paper requires 1 parchment paper in the middle, 2 gold, 4 aquamarines, and the rock crystals. Now, the only thing I would say is, especially when it's doing stuff like this, just quickly hold shift, right, and get something with a small size to use for these rituals here. Because they're not going to utilise the fact that, look, that's got 75 in, so we'll grab that one. And the reason I'm saying with the small size is just not to waste it, because the higher the size is, the more starlight you can extract from it, with something we're going to be doing in a bit. So you don't just have a quick little, like, perhaps that looks 65 there. Okay. It's just easier for us, really. That'll do. We're just going to do 2 recipes, I think. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to put this up here where it's safe. We've got our book up there. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we've got our rock crystals, our paper, and then I think it's just going to be 4 gold that we're going to require. Okay. One thing, obviously, you get your book, which you have to make in the last part. Okay. In the last stage that we did. If you right click the book, you're going to see you've got a discovery and an exploration so far. If you click on that, double click it, it shows you, and if you click it, it will tell you bits and bobs about this mod pack. Okay. And you can obviously follow it along, but it's a little bit like ancient shrines and stuff. They're not on this one. They don't generate on this one, so you have to go about getting your starlight and stuff like that a different way. Obviously, in this case, making the crafting table isn't as easy as this makes it seem. Normally, you just do a normal crafting table and things like that. So it's obviously a bit different. So that's why I'm kind of trying to show you guys each part of it as we go along. So we're going to need ourselves. Okay. I think we've already got some gold bars, hopefully. Yeah, we do. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice and easily done. Okay, we can probably get away with sleeping. Or is it already daytime? Yeah, it's going daytime, it's just raining. Okay, wonderful. So, we need to go and perform our ritual. Now, as you know, this is very volatile, hence why I've moved it over, all the way over here. When I placed it, it decided to blow me up at the same time, so that's been on there for a while. As you can see, we've got 4,100, so we've got lots to be able to do this. So what you do, remember, is you have to put your cobblestone in this section, like this, in this one, and shift right click, and it changes everything to what it needs to be. So what we do is we put our parchment paper in the middle, we get ourselves rock crystals, which I believe was there, and there, okay, our gold, which goes here and here, and then our 4 aquamarine, which very simply go like this. Do you know what happens with the parchment paper? There we go. Okay, so once the recipe's right, we just shift right click and as long as you've got the right and if you forget anything, just go back to my video where I'm explaining it and showing it to you and how you do it. And here we are, we have our first constellation paper. Now watch what happens. Just like that. So, when you get a blank constellation paper, it's going to learn you a new constellation. So in this case, you memorise a drawing of a Vertial. Okay? And this is just the shape in the stars, so it's a constellation, so that's what it kind of correlates to. Alright? A little nice thing you can do with this, if you shift right click with the book in your hand, okay, the Astral Tome, you can actually store your constellation papers in there. Okay? So it's quite handy, okay? Obviously, we're just going to kind of make another one. I will probably just keep making these off camera. You do have to do special things to get some of the secret ones, but the main ones you can acquire literally just by doing this, people. It's very straightforward, okay? But we... There's 5 main ones, essentially. We'll discover more as we go along. We'll pick this up, and this one's gave us Evitas, okay? Alright, so it's a different shape and everything. So as you can see, that's how that functions. What we're going to do is we're going to put this back to charge up. Don't blow, leave me alone. Run away. We don't want to be there while it's doing its stuff. I'm not allowed to play in that one. I'll get rid of that too. Okay, so we're just going to run back quickly. We're not going to worry about time, we want it to be night time soon anyway. So, now if we press L, we can kind of go down. As you can see, we've done that. We've done this part here, and we've got our resonator. That is to load chunks, okay? So, it's not something we really need to get into right now, but it's just a quick thingy. So, obviously, anyone that, you know, mains like Minecraft will know you've got chunks, which is usually a 16 by 16 area. If you press F9 on the PC, you can see like your chunk border. Now, when you're not on the game, or say when you're miles away from something, this won't be loaded. So if you've got, say, a farm, or you've got an automated process growing something, or anything like that going on here, yeah, while you're far away from it, or you're not in the game, it will not run. Okay, it doesn't exist. It's not programmed to stay that way. What you can do is you can load chunks. Now on other mod packs, you can very easily just click a few buttons and load the entire chunk. On this one, you have to create that. Okay, you have to create this. Right, one of these gadgets, okay, and as you can see what it says, gadget, and place it down to load a 3 by 3 area of chunk, okay. So if you wanted it just to like kind of support a little area of farm here, then you could, but it, you know, only does small amounts. So that's what that is, but we don't need to be doing any of that anytime soon. So for now, we've done this little part here. We've got our resonating wand done. So we're going to continue on down here. This is how we're going to start to get ourselves a liquid starlight. Okay, and this is where a few other things come into it. So if we just have a look on the recipe, okay, which is a light well, this is what we need. So in that crafting, in the luminous crafting table, we need to put ruined marble, chiseled marble, okay, another ruined marble, and aquamarine, and any type of rock crystal. If you look, it'll switch from rock crystal to celestial, and then attuned. They're more relevant later, but you never want to put attuned or anything in these. It doesn't make sense. Just use your normal rock crystals, okay? And again, with this, you can try and use a low quality. You don't have to worry about how high the quality is in making this, because this doesn't actually have a size or a purity on it. It's just a basic thing that we need. So we're actually going to make 5 of these, which means we're going to need quite a few bits of marble. Now, you might be thinking how you get this marble. So you find it all over the place. It's just normal marble, okay? Just like this. What you have to do is you have to make a chisel and chisel it into the ones that you need. Okay, and the chisel's quite easy. Okay, you just need to get some tin. Right, we're going to make 2, just for the sake of it. We're going to take it over here. Just turn it into a tin plate, I believe we need. Okay, just like so. We'll put that away. And then we just combine it with some sticks, guys. I believe it is just that easy. Let's come over here, grab some sticks. Alright, we do this. And then we have a chisel. Okay. Why don't I give me 2 sticks? Oh, of course, there's somehow a magical stick there as well. So, as I've showed you in the past on one of the behind the episode, you know, Watch the Grind, and that's how we kind of chiseled this stone, because this is just stone chiseled with this tool. What you do is you right click it with your hand, and you can put an entire stack of something in here, or the required amount that you need. Okay, so we're making 5 and we need 3 for each one. Okay. So it's just 3 times 5, nice and easy. Okay. I say nice and easy, but I can't even put it in there. There we go, 15. So it says we need these ruined marbles, so we need 15 of them. Okay, and if we just have a quick look at the recipe again, right, so it's 15 of them, and then we need 2 of them, so we're going to need 10 chiseled marble. All right, guys. So what we're going to do is we're going to put 10 up here. And there we are, we have chiseled marble. And if you can see, it says Astral Sorcery, so that's how you know if it's the right one as well. Okay, if you're a bit confused with what's going on. Alright, so that's what we need. And these are tools, and we're going to put them back there. If we just double click, they'll go back up there, just like so. Alright, we need 2 aquamarines, so we're going to need 10 of them and 5 rock crystals. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab 10 of them. And 5 rock crystals, like, oh, that's a lower one, I believe there's like a lowish one here, yeah. You just kind of grab the lower, look, 120 is not too bad. There we go, 109 Right, so, just as an example now, we've got this sorted. What we can do, yeah, is we can come over to our luminous crafting table. As you can see, our light is very low. There's our bar, yeah, and that's quite low. If we click this in plus, it's going to put it in here. Now, luckily, this recipe doesn't require a lot of light. So the beginning stages, you can do it generally at any time in the day. Luckily, this one looks at this. You'll know if you've got enough starlight, because it does have a little bar that shows up if you don't, where you need to be, and it won't actually show up on the right there with the actual shape of what you want. So what we're going to do is we're going to right click like this, okay? I love the particle effects as well with this mod, it's nice, okay? And hey presto, we have one of what we needed, okay? We're going to put it in like that. Yeah, we're going to have to just kind of quickly make these one at a time like this. We're going to have a bit of a setup going as well, people. I'm going to show you how you can kind of set this up, because they can only hold 2 buckets of starlight, and you will want quite a significant amount later on if you want to kind of delve into this properly. Yeah. So there's just something we're going to be doing with it, okay? I'm just thinking, do I really need that many? Maybe 4 might be enough. Okay. Yeah, do you know what? No. We said we're going to do it, so we're going to do it. As you can see, nighttime means we're getting more starlight. Okay. We're going to torch up this area as well to stop things spawning so close to us. In fact, do I have torches up here? No. We'll just go grab some torches now and do it. Okay. Let's come out here. Yeah. Time to light up the place. Look at this cheeky little shit. He's just like, yeah, nah, I ain't playing by your rules. Go away. This is why I'm putting these lights, so you can't be here. Alright. Let's just put more. Just keep putting these quickly. It probably would be best for me to press F7 right now. Let's do that. Let's see what actually. Okay, so like here. No. You're not allowed to be as close to me. Just do this. Why is he? Oh no, he's not. Okay. Spoke too soon, people. I spoke too soon. Okay. So yeah, I know there's a lot of torches, but it's just for now. We'll make it all better looking and everything later on. But right now, we really just don't want there to be a lot of mobs that can sneak up on us at the same time as us trying to delve into this stuff, basically. As you saw, the creepers seem to like to blow up near us at the moment. I suppose I probably should have just lit this area up as well, right? No doubt someone will tell me that. Oh yeah. Apparently we're hungry. What do you want? What do you want? I'm gonna hurt you. Just like so. Okay. And there we are, we have illuminated the place. So, essentially, what we're going to be doing, yeah, is we're going to have our light wells. Honestly, we can probably just put them like here, because we're going to have like our infuser around here, I think. I feel like it's a good idea. So, what we can do, for now, is we can just place them here, okay? Like so. Now, they literally sit there and do pretty much nothing at the moment. What you can do, yeah, is you can set up hopper systems to feed these and extract from them, which is what we're going to kind of look at doing, people. So, to get starlight, you can put aquamarine inside, or you can use rock crystals. And since we can get rock crystals a lot easier, and they do produce a lot more, we're going to use rock crystals, okay? So, we're just going to grab ourselves 5. And this is where like the size of the actual crystal comes in play. So the higher the size of the crystal, the more time and more starlight liquid it will produce for us. Okay, so we're going to put them in there, and as you can see at the bottom, it's starting to make a bit of starlight for us. Alright, nice and easy, nothing too special. So we want this to be able to kind of constantly produce at the moment. Can I shift and click this up actually? I don't know, maybe. No. So we'll have to do it next time, because I think I want this one over so we can actually put some chests next to it. We don't want them on the path. Yeah, can I take these back out? I don't know if we can. Pretty sure if I destroy it, we're just going to be destroying it, so I don't want to do that. Yeah, basically what we're going to be doing is we're going to store this stuff like in barrels as well. Later on we can put tanks there to store more. Okay. For now we've just got these clay barrels. Alright. The problem is, how do we move the liquid? Alright. So if we type in hoppers. Okay, hoppers. You can now build a normal hopper. You can also build an upper, which is basically an upside down hopper, which we will be doing to automate a bit of the smeltery downstairs. But one nifty little thing we've got is a liquid hopper, alright, which is essentially just a hopper surrounded by glass, right? Which means we need 5 hoppers. Okay, 5 hoppers first. So it's just going to be chests, some bronze gear, so that means we need 4, because if we cast it like we've got the cast downstairs, alright. So we're going to need 20 bronze turned into bronze gears, and we're going to need, what's that, 25 plates, okay? So if we come down here, we've got some bronze just chilling here, there we go, 20, that'll do us. We're going to place that there. Over here, we have got this, so if we turn 3 of them, alright, maybe we can just grab ourselves a mallet there. Break this down to ingots. Oh, see, I already had this sorted out, so I knew that would happen. So I've made some of these extra. Okay, there we go. So we just need to make a few of these plates. Like this kind of process, guys, that we're going through right now. When we go into immersive crafts, kind of like the next stage, we can actually make like presses and stuff like that to automatically do this. So we will be able to kind of move forward with that, which is great. It means we don't have to sit here the entire time, just, you know, boring ourselves essentially. Okay, not too much now. In fact, I know we are doing that, but what we need to do as well is activate you, because they take a little while to finish. I mean, you can see yourself, it's not too difficult to be able to get this stuff going on, you know, going, these hoppers. You can always use wooden hoppers, like, you know, for little tasks, but they don't interact as well. As we found out earlier, you know, a level 1 hopper can't go into another hopper, whereas this obviously can, whereas, you know, a number 2 can. Obviously in this case, a normal hopper just works perfect like a normal hopper should, so that's why we need it. And plus obviously we can make ourselves a water one. Well, liquid, sorry, not actually water. So it's exclusive to water. So there we are, we've got our 25 plates. Okay, so we just need to finish making these gears. Okay, and then we need 5 chests. And that will then let us make that. We're going to need 5, so it's going to be 25 of this as well. Okay, 25 glass is required. So the gear doesn't take too much, we'll just get rid of these bits so we don't run again. Go away. And yeah, if we shift click, we can put that up there like that. So it's out of the way. And then we can just put the book over here just for now. We'll show you something with that in a second. Yeah, so I'm just hoping in this episode what we can do is we can upgrade the altar and potentially make our first bit of star metal, which is absolutely essential, you know, to kind of move on with what we're doing. So there we go, we've got the bits that we need here. We just need to go get ourselves 5 chests. Okay, so that's the recipe for the hopper. Okay, it's nice and make ourselves 5 hoppers. Now all we need to do is surround the hoppers with the glass. To make the upside down hopper, as you saw there, it's literally just a hopper inside and it will make it. Okay? So, we now have ourselves some liquid hoppers. Okay, guys? So if we come out here, you'll see most of these are still absolutely fine. Stay away, please. Thank you. So yeah, you'll see these are fine. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going... Should we elevate them? Should we elevate them? I'm thinking we might. So, let me show you what I'm like. Just thinking we might elevate them for now. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll grab that there. Where did we put them? It's a second ago. There we go. Got them. Okay. So, if we say we're going to elevate them, so we just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm hoping that these clay... I don't know if these clay ones are going to work. I'm hoping we don't need a tank. Like, this would be a bit silly if it turns out that we needed a tank as well. So, if we're up here and we shift click, looking at that, okay, you should see that that should be going in there now, okay? Same here, same here, same here, and same here. So, I'm hoping they're all then now going to start filling up into this, okay? One sure way of doing, just checking, is check this. Plot that in there. Is this pumping out? Oh, it's gone. Yes. So, luckily these hoppers as well, these liquid hoppers will hold 16 tanks themselves. So they're going to hold 16 and these are going to hold 4. And then all I do when I need the actual starlight is you can take a bucket, you can come here, bucket it out, put it back in whenever, basically what you need to do with it. Okay? Just kind of waste all this starlight for now. We can do this. Put it in there. Frankly, there is a reason we need all this starlight, okay? It's not just like me being silly. So yeah, we're going to waste these rock crystals that are in there right now. Luckily they're not too difficult to get. So if we shift and put this on here, okay, the hope, I do say the hope, okay, because we're not 100% sure, we'll have to just like let it run for a minute or two and see what it does. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, the hope is that this is going to work like it used to on another mod, and it's going to just kind of drain out straight away downwards. I mean, it does look like it's doing so. As you can see, it's like building it up. That's what we should see. Can maybe light up in a second or two. Like, is it receiving? Is it receiving then? Is it transferring? Look, we can kind of see thingy. So I think it is working, guys. So this is like a little simple automated way of doing it. Yeah, look, these have got some in as well. So it is working, it's just very small amounts obviously at the moment. Yeah, because look, if we shift click, we can see it going up. Okay, contains. So yeah, this is just like a way of storing, because normally this only stores 2. And then obviously what we can do is we can set up, say, hoppers going into the back of this and chests on top, and just put loads of rock crystals in, and it would constantly just take the rock crystals out, put them in, and produce it for us. Nice and easy, okay? In this case, we're just going to be able to get a few buckets at a time, nice and easily sorted. So, what we're going to do is we're going to refer back to our tunnel. Since you made the constellation, you'll notice you've got an extra tab, which is actually constellations. Okay, and this is going to show you the discovered ones that you have. And if you click on it, right, it doesn't tell you too much now, but later on, we're going to discover what their properties are, because each constellation has different magic powers, essentially. Okay, you got to think about it like that. As you kind of just saw there, I should say, one of the crystals breaks, and that's what happens when it actually gets full, when it's all the sizes. So it must have been a small crystal, that one. As you can see, it did happen quite quick. So all we do is we grab another and we put it over. That's why I say you probably want size ones, but you can just shove any in there. Doesn't really matter. They are just a lot better at generating this than, you know, the liquid starlight than the aquamarine is, because you will go through a lot more. And the aquamarine, you've got to go to the dark, you know, the darkland place. Not darkland, sorry, the beneath. Which is a bit of a pain. Not gonna lie, guys, it's a bit more of a pain than any other way. So just getting the rock crystals seems like the most sensible way. All right, so let's go down. One thing to note, we'll get this made probably next episode. We don't need to worry about it now. But this here, okay, is starlight meter. So Certain areas naturally in the world have got a little bit more starlight than others, okay? And once you've created this, it's basically going to let you locate it. Now, it's better to locate at night, and all it will be is as you're traveling, you'll see like an area with like these little like sparkles coming off the ground or whatever. That means like around that area is a more increased level of starlight. So if you're really struggling to be able to build the recipes you want, that is always a good shout, you know, to be able to build that and just go down that route. All right, but we don't need that just yet. Okay, we don't need it just yet. So what we want is to upgrade this table now. Okay, so you got the Luminous crafting table, which is this, but we want to upgrade it. All right, so if we do at Astral, there we go. So down here, okay, this, you know one, this is the one we need, the Starlight crafting altar. So what this requires is a bucket of starlight, yeah, 4 marble pillars, some chiseled marble, and the rock crystal. All right, so as you can see, that's what we need. Luckily, obviously, we know how to get all them things now. We've got our starlight going. These will produce more starlight at night time as well, guys. Just kind of everything in this mod, the more, you know, at night time it works a lot better. Okay, just think of it like that, because that's how it works. So we need ourselves 6 pieces of this, okay, and our tool. And we need to make 4 pillars, and I put 5 in there, obviously. 4 pillars, and what was the other? And we need chiseled marble, okay, so 2 chiseled marble. And just like that, it's done. Okay, we've got it sorted there. So what we're going to do is we're going to pick up our bucket and a rock crystal. Any rock crystal will do, that'll do. Okay, and we're going to go outside. Luckily it's becoming night time. Looks and sounds like one of the other crystals just broke there. But as you can see, we get a fair amount. This is holding basically 4 buckets in each. You've got to remember that. You know, so if I click with nothing in my hand, is that how that one worked then? Alright, right click, yeah. It's almost 4 buckets, you know, in each one, and that's actually quite a decent amount for what we need. For now, we just need 1. Okay? So, what we can do is we can come over here, and we can click this and click plus. That's going to put everything inside. So this is a very low requirement as well on the starlight, luckily. Alright? So once you get your recipe, you do this. It's going to shed more marble than I think is actually inside. Look, it looks like what's going on. It's repopulating the world with marble. It looks like. It's usually does take a little longer for the ritual like this to upgrade the altar, just in case you think it's maybe glitched or anything. It hasn't. It just takes a bit more time. That's all. Okay, got all these nice shiny lights, and it's going to upgrade our altar for us. Which we will have to destroy and just put it a little bit further back in a minute. You'll see why. Come on, you can do it. I always usually think, is there enough starlight? Is that why it's not doing it? What's going on? It's not the case, it just does take a few minutes. And hey presto, we have now upgraded the altar. So, in the upgraded altar you can make better things. However, there's a bit of a catch. If we right click now, all that is red. There's a reason for that. That means you can't use it at all. It's not going to function right now. And the reason for that is if we take our book out, yes, we've got a few more things unlocked. We've just unlocked attunement for upgrading this altar. I'm going to go into that in a minute. But I just want to kind of show you. If we go to exploration, which I believe is where it's telling us about the Starlight crafting altar. If you click the altar, it's going to tell you about what it does and how to do it. However, if we go to the next page, look what we need to actually build to be able to get it functional. Alright? So this will show you every block you need and the shape of the altar that you need to make. Okay? If you come up to the start, it will show you how many pieces, so you can make it beforehand. And then if you click this, you can see like layer per layer on how to build it, just in case you're struggling with it. Okay, so as you can see, that's what we need. We need 8 chiseled marble, 28 marble arch, 24 marble bricks, and 21 sooty marble and stuff like that. So what we can do, we've got to just go over here now, and we're going to go and use the chisel, a load of marble, and create that. All right. Oh wow, I didn't need all of it. Stab it. There we go. So we'll have to grab us some more marble as well for like the next episodes, because we're going to need quite a bit of it, guys, because these altars get bigger and other things like that the more we go on. So one thing is we need 8 chiseled marble. Okay, so what we're going to do is just do this. 8 there. There's 8 chiseled marble done. You can always just refer back to the books. That's 28 marble arch that we need. Okay. So if we do that, we get 28. There's the marble arch. We also are going to require 24 marble bricks. Okay, there's some marble bricks. And I believe it was it 8 pillars then? I believe it was. Okay. And there's our 8 pillars. Okay, the other thing that you require, the sooty marble, isn't made the same. So you can't make it with a chisel. If we click it over here, all that is marble surrounding a bit of coal. Okay? So it doesn't use up too many resources, which is quite useful. Okay, we're going to put that back. We needed 21, but obviously because of the way it's made, it doesn't quite work that way. So we're going to have to just kind of do it this way. So we put 4 of them in there, circle it with marble, and there you go. Alright, and that's all the stuff made according to the book. So now what we need to do is we need to go build our altar. Okay, it is night time. I am thinking we're going to sleep through this one while we build this, and then I need to get some bits set up in place. Maybe them totems stop creepers blowing it up, because we really don't want that, do we? And plus we don't need it to be nighttime right now to be able to build this. So our mission now is to get this built. So what we're going to do is we're going to pick this up. You can pick this up, by the way, it's not going to destroy it or anything, so don't be too scared or worried about that. Okay, we're going to come over to say maybe here, and we're going to say this is our area, what we're going to do. So I happen to know the base is basically 3 by 3 of this sooty marble stuff. Okay, would you give me this? Okay, and then I believe on the corners it is just like so. I have built this a few times, like I think twice now I've kind of gone through the majority of this mod pack on other, on other mod playthroughs and stuff that I just played for fun. So I kind of have somewhat of knowledge on how it goes. So we're just going to place that directly in the centre, okay? Obviously you can refer back to the book whenever you need to. You just click it, you go back, and as you can see, that's the same pattern as you see, okay? And you can also take it down one if you need to. Alright, as you can see under there, you've got to kind of be careful, because you might think, oh, that continues on. It doesn't. You can look underneath and you can see that it's actually one of the chiseled ones. So what we need to do is we're taking this entire edge away. Like so. And as you kind of saw in the picture, we basically just need to go around the edge with the marble bricks like so. So use all 24 of them. They're nice structures, I think, anyway. We've got chiseled marble in the middle, just like so. Alright. I already know that we got pillars like this coming off these parts, I believe. Okay, which I've got to do a bit of a jump, put them up there, jump, and again. Okay, and then I believe surrounding the entire thing we have a layer of this marble arch. essentially. Okay, so obviously just without the corners. So this side like so. I believe there's like 2 more levels to this. The next level it gets a little bigger, and then the level after that it doesn't really go wider, you know, like outwards. It just goes a little higher. But there's the attunement altar that we have to set up, which is ginormous. It's a whole new level, whole new playing field, people. Hence why we needed this big area. Okay, if you've got to this far and you didn't manage to get yourself a decent playground, you're gonna struggle. One thing to note, all of the Astral Sorcery stuff needs to be accessible by the sky. On one of the packs I played, I did it underground, and that was a mistake. I had to dig like a gigantic 21 by 21 thingy to the sky through a mountain and stuff. It was ridiculous. But that's just how it is. So you need to make sure these have got sky access, okay? At least the middle part here, okay? So now that that's actually done, if we click it, it's going to show us the normal starlight level. So this is usable now. As you can see though, more complex recipes are going to require more starlight, so this bar's longer and we don't have as much. At the night time that's going to fill up, but it won't fill up to the top anymore because it's not got anything extra to give it the starlight it requires. Right, we will be doing that a bit of that in a bit. And one thing, yeah, you can place torches here. It's not going to interfere with this or anything like that, so don't be shy about it. So we now have ourselves a working starlight altar, okay, which is the quest. So the next stage is to make ourselves some star metal. All right. Now the star metal, normally you can kind of turn normal iron ore into it. We're not at that stage yet because of a few things. So the only way you can kind of get it is if you click on the arc furnace, you can kind of turn it into other things like that. But you essentially need the star metal ore. Now, as I said, normally you transform iron ore like this into the star metal ore using the power of the starlight. And we will be doing that later on, but it's not available to us yet. Okay? The only way that's available to us to be able to get this is like this. Okay? We basically have to put this recipe in there and create it. It's not too crazy. You do have to do a bit of legwork to get the stardust because you can only get it from them rock crystal geodes at the top of the world. And then you got some other bits and bobs. First thing we're going to need to make though is the illumination powder. Right? Now illumination powder is just some glass shards, okay, pile of sand, a bit of gunpowder, and that. So a pile of sand is literally just some sand, and I believe the glass shards are just as simple. So what we're going to do is we're going to come back here. We're going to grab ourselves just a couple bits of sand. We're going to make them all into this. Okay. We're going to put half there, and we're going to use half for the actual recipes. So that's going to turn them into glass shards for us. Okay. The other part was gunpowder. Okay, so we're going to say make 3 lots of this. Okay, so we just get 3 gunpowder, which we should have over here. Great. Nice and easy. Alright, we don't need the plant fibre, go away, or the stick, you go away too. We'll keep this up here. Done with the flint. We'll chuck the metal down here just while we wait for that to cook. Yeah, that's it here. Still trying to be organised, guys, that's all it is. Still trying to be organised. Yeah, pork dinner. We are going to have to, I think we've got 1 pig in the hole out there. We're going to have to get some more and breed pigs so we can make more dinners. Looks like our grains have gone down. Yeah, we can just eat some rice to get that back up, so it's not a big deal. Right. While that's done, we're going to quickly... we're going to grab this and our whittling tool. And if you guys have been following along, you should know why. So we can stop creepers blowing up this, just in case. We know what creepers are like. So we're just going to do this, the here, and this one here, okay? There's the ocelot. And the totem base. So that should hopefully stop creepers blowing up on us right here. Okay. They won't be staying there, unfortunately, because we need space for other things that we'll be getting into a bit later, but for now that's a bit of a workaround for us. So, Astral Sorcery, we're going to Thank you. And as you can see, guys, you know, it wasn't too difficult just to get the stuff for that. Okay, so we're just going to come here. I don't believe this requires too much starlight. No, I was right. So we're just going to place that there. And we're going to just kind of multiply the recipe by adding the other bits, just like you would with the crafting table. Oh, what am I doing? Yeah, we're just doing 3 lots, we're not doing that many. Okay. We grab our resonating wand and we click. And we get a nice special glow again. Okay. If it's got enough starlight, because it doesn't require too much, it'll make all the recipes we need in one go. Otherwise, it will just like make one at a time, and we'll have to kind of pick up where we leave off. Okay. This is taking a little bit. It's probably just because it's not got that much starlight. It's kind of trying to make 3 at once, potentially. Yeah, you see, it had to kind of build back up there, so that made 2. This one shouldn't take as long. So it's not too difficult. You get 8 each time you make this, and you use this to make the nocturnal powder as well, so that's why it's useful. I'm just hoping we can just get around to making the star metal just beforehand. As soon as we do, we're going to deal, before we go to Twilight, we are just going to extend this a little bit into the Astral Sorcery. Okay, and there is a reason for it, because we want to get attunement going and be able to get to the 3rd altar, because before we can complete what we're doing in the Twilight Forest, we need to get to that 3rd altar stuff. So that's the reason for that. So yeah, we want to make the nocturnal powder, and the nocturnal powder is not too difficult. We just need a bit of lapis, so we'll have to go grab that, some coal, and some black dye. So I think, guys, the first thing we actually need to do quickly is go and grab the lapis. I forgot, but look at this, look at this, look at this. It's usually quite popular. I mean, it says there's some lapis here. We can do is do that, and hey presto. Wasn't too difficult, right? So we need the black dye, which I think we remember how to get the black dye powder stuff. Not too difficult, right, guys? Let's put that there. And we need 2 coal. So down here we have our 2 coal. This. And then over here we should have a flower to be able to make that black dye. If not, we'll just use... Yeah, look, we've got a black lotus. So I believe we can just put that there. Give this a little spin. And hey presto. We've got our black dye, people. Okay, so we're going to go back outside. Luckily it's going night time, so we might be able to get this done hopefully this episode. So what we're going to do is we're going to click this, plus, nice and easy, make that away. Alright, I'm going to go back here. So now we just need to get the stuff that we need for the making the starlight metal ingot. So if we click this and click that again, we've now got our nocturnal powder. We have this, so we just need the iron cluster and 2 basic stone. Alright, I am hoping that this is going to have enough starlight where it is. If not, I'm going to have to do this, continue in the next episode. But we'll see, we'll see. Luckily we've got one of them still. We just need 2 bits of stone and the 2... There's that. And we just need 2 of these. Luckily we've been gathering it on our journeys. Helps when you're in the know. First time didn't even realise, and then it spent like hours afterwards, you know, trying to get it together. So we're going to click this, and then that. Right. So here is what I was going on about, people. Okay. So as you can see, yeah, the starlight only grows so much. Now it's very unlikely that it's going to get all the way here. It'd be nice if it does, but I don't think it will. What we're going to have to do is make some spectral relays, which essentially refract starlight towards this central to actually increase it. Now we could unroot all of this, build a big tower and build it up in the sky, but as I'm sure you can kind of gather, that would be a really big pain in the butt. Okay, this is still going up, but I do think it's going to end up stopping soon. We'll see by maximum. If not, we will just get this made. Essentially, what it's going to be, it's going to be little like relays here and over here and here. Okay. We've got loads of glass. What we're going to basically make is this here spectral relay. Okay. So it's just some planks, a bit of marble, some gold nuggets, nothing crazy, and then a glass lens. Now you make the glass lens one of two ways. In a starlight infuser, which we can't do yet because that requires, as you can see there, star metal. Or you can make it here, which isn't as effective, but we'll have to do it, which is just going to be glass panels and thingies. So we will be able to make the actual refractors to be able to do what we need it to do, okay? Because as you can kind of see, it's not going to get where we need it to be. But if we make 3 of these stuff, we're hopefully, I say hopefully, it should get us to where we need to be, all right? And that's what we're going to be doing. We'll make the actual things off screen so you guys can see it, and then I'll show you the layout. It's very, very simple. It's nothing too crazy. You just need quite a little bit of glass, okay? And then, yeah, that's what we'll do the next episode, guys. We'll get that sorted. We shall get ourselves, you know, the metal made. And then once we do, we can actually make a few more bits and bobs that we're going to require, okay? And we'll finish off kind of doing a bit of the Astral Sorcery. And then maybe towards the end of the episode, we will be traveling to the Twilight, where we can show you, where I can show you guys, you know, some of the bosses that we're going to have to kind of go into, and it's a completely different world. So I hope you all have been enjoying it, you know. Remember to kind of get involved. Follow me on Twitch as well so you can see when I'm doing the live streams. Okay, you can chat to me there, and any questions you've got, we can sort it out there. But yeah, I'm enjoying making the content for you. I'm looking forward to episode 11. I hope you guys are. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share with your friends and everything. And I shall see you on episode 11, people. Okay, bye.